What a time to be an NBA fan. If you haven't heard the news yet, Kyrie got traded to the Celtics for Isaiah Thomas, Ante Zizic, Jay Crowder, and the moment we've all been waiting for, the Nets pick. This low-key made the Cavs win the offseason just off of this. So, because basically the Cavs got another Kyrie. Isaiah Thomas is not that far off of Kyrie, believe it or not. He may be older, but his game, it's not that different because he's not that good of a passer, neither is Kyrie. He's not that good of a defender, neither is Kyrie. And they're both just really good scorers. And in the fourth quarter, Isaiah Thomas just might be a better closer than Kyrie Irving, but that's up for debate, honestly, because Kyrie did in the finals, IT just does it in the regular season in the playoffs, so it's up for debate. But then they got robbed of Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder was one of their best defenders, if not their best defender, because he could play the power forward, he could play small forward, he could play shooting guard, he could guard almost every position on the floor, 1 through 4. I'm not sure I would put him up against a 5 yet, but he could guard pretty much every position on the court. And then they got rid of the Nets pick. This is a thing that's really pushing this trade over for me. I know the Timberwolves, they traded for Jimmy Butler and got rid of a whole bunch of players that may not pan out and whatnot, and their team got better. But the Kings, they added veterans, but nothing is beating this, because the Cavs, basically, they could have a lineup next year, not this season, but after the season of IT, Jay Crowder, LeBron James, who is still the best player on this planet and will continue to be the best player on this planet, in my opinion at least. Then they'll still have continuity, because like when you got the Nets pick, you just knew it was over. They overpaid for Kyrie, because now the Cavs, they could have a lineup for IT, Jay Crowder, LeBron James, maybe Michael Porter Jr., maybe Marvin Bagley, maybe Luka Doncic, because the Nets pick is going to be top 3. It's pretty much a done deal that it's going to be top 3. And if they draft any of those players, I believe those players can impact the NBA immediately. Marvin Bagley, he's already an elite defender. If you have a guy like Michael Porter Jr. who can just shoot the ball, that's going to be able to translate to the NBA, especially since he's 6'10", 6'11", and he can play the 3, 4. I'm not going to say the 2, but yeah, he can. He's pretty versatile. And then you got Luka Doncic, you can play the 1, the 2, and the 3, just in case they don't want to play IT for whatever reason, or they don't even re-sign IT. Doncic is a better passer. He's just as good of a shooter, in my opinion, and he has professional experience. So I kind of want them to pick Doncic, but I won't be mad if they pick any of those 3 guys. All of them are phenomenal NBA prospects. And then the Cavs got Ante Zizic, who looks to be like a bench player. He'll be, for his career, I see him being like your 7th, 8th man off the bench. He's gonna be a good rebounder, maybe a good defender. We'll see about that. But it doesn't really matter about Zizic since they got everything else. Like they couldn't do this for Paul George or Jimmy Butler, but they did this for Kyrie Irving. Kyrie is not as good as Jimmy Butler. I'm sorry, you can't convince me otherwise. But I don't, oh my gosh, this is like a fresh reaction. I don't know how to feel about this business, but I don't know, the Celtics just got robbed, because now they got worse. Unless they really believe in Markieff Morris or Marcus Morris, whichever Morris twin they have, or Jaylen Brown, or maybe even Jason Tatum, to be that guy on defense who can defend multiple positions and be successful at it. I don't see how their defense got worse, because Kyrie and Isaiah, Kyrie may be a slight upgrade, but they did lose their best defender in Jay Crowder because of his versatility. Jaylen Brown, I can see him guarding the 2, 1, and 3. That's pretty versatile on the perimeter, but I don't see him going inside like a Jay Crowder could. Maybe Tatum can play the 4, but he's a rookie. You don't expect them to be very good defenders, unless you have a guy like Josh Jackson, who's heralded for his defense, but Jason Tatum was not. That was actually one of his downfalls, and one of the reasons why his teams would not have drafted number 1, even though the Celtics said they would. Then they still have Al Horford, and then they had Gordon Hayward. So Kyrie, he finally got his wish. He's the man. He's better than Gordon Hayward, I'll give him that. But he is the man on the Celtics now. They got worse from this trade. Defensively worse, offensively worse, because Jay Crowder was low-key about to have a 50, 40, 90 season, low-key if you look at the stats. So he was having one of the most efficient seasons of his career in the NBA, not even of his career, in the NBA, one of the more efficient seasons, and they just dealt him like he was nothing. Like, are you serious? This is one of your best defenders and one of the more efficient players in the league, and you just deal him like he was a side piece in the Kyrie. All the Cavs gave up was Kyrie Irving. I'm not sure Kyrie's even worth the Nets pick by itself, honestly, because we can kind of tell what Kyrie is. He's going to be a scorer. He's going to be an elite scorer, but I'm not sure he can carry a team like maybe a Michael Porter Jr., Luka Doncic, or even a Marvin Bagley would be able to in the future. Like, I think they have more upside than Kyrie does. So I'm not sure I would take that trade with just the Nets pick, but they added one of the best scorers in the NBA, one of the more efficient scorers in the NBA in Isaiah Thomas. And then they had added another efficient player and a two-way player in Jay Crowder to that. So the Cavs get another good quality piece. And at this point, I think the NBA is just trying to help the Cavs because this is the only way the Warriors get defeated. I think this is a conspiracy theory. The Celtics are helping the Cavs win the finals to upset the Warriors dynasty. I don't know. I'm just kidding. I'm just flustered right, man. I don't even know what's going on. Kyrie just got traded to the Celtics, and LeBron has oh my Jesus. The Cavs just won this offseason by a landslide at this point. And now their future is set. Their present is set. And this is basically the same team. Because Kyrie and Isaiah Thomas aren't that much different from each other. This is basically the same team. But then they added a dynamic two-way player in Jay Crowder. And then they added next year a generational talent like a Marvin Bagley, Luka Doncic, or Michael Porter Jr. And then on top of that, they got a backup center in Ante Zizic, which I'm not too excited about that. But what I really am upset about is the fact that LeBron is probably going to stay now because he got a quality team and they have some youth to where it's like when he's aging on this team, other people will be getting better. When before it was just like once LeBron declines, it's over. There's no one after this. There's no one developing. But now he'll be able to teach a Michael Porter Jr. or someone like that how to be the man on this team. He might be able to take a back seat in like 3 years if he stays to the Cavs. And I'm upset about that because I'm a Lakers fan and I really wanted LeBron's 013 to happen, but it just doesn't look like it's happening. Alright guys, that was my piece on the trade. And oh yeah, Shams beat Woj again, so that's a thing. Bye.